Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to today's math lesson for the day. For today, we are actually going to be doing some fun activities for a math time that talk about telling time and kind of having you practice a little bit more with telling time. So what it's going to look like for today is there's going to be three kind of activity slides that you're going to do. And I'm actually going to give you 2 days to work on this. So you'll have today to work on it, and then also tomorrow for choice time before you go to the math choice boards. You can finish this before you click one of those. So you'll have 2 days to work on this because there is a couple activities that I want you to do, and they might take some time. So I'm going to give you 2 days to do it, but I just thought I would introduce them to you and kind of model one of the examples for each page, so that way you know what to do for each page. So excuse me, the first one says, match the times, drag the green boxes next to the clock that it names. So if you see on this page, you have a bunch of different clocks, and then you have some boxes next to each clock. And then down here, there's some words that say the time. So for example, I noticed that this clock here is showing the time 2:30. So what I'm going to do is right in this box here, I'm going to put one of these down here, and I'm going to put the one that says 2:30. So again, the clock is showing 2:30, so I'm going to look to see if any of these green boxes say 2:30, and I seem to find the 2:30 right here in this green box. So then what I can do is I can click, hold the click, so don't just click it, you got to press it and hold it, and then you can drag the 2:30 up into this box, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to actually leave this one like this for you, so that way you can kind of see the example and you can do the rest. So then you would find one that says 2 o'clock. And when you find that green box, which is right here, you are going to click and drag that box right next to the clock. And you're going to do that for each one of those. Okay, so that one's kind of easy. And then we're going to go on to the next page, and it says, what time is it? Write the time in numbers to the clock of to the right. Sorry, what time is it? Write the time in numbers to the right of each clock. So this one you're going to actually be doing some writing. You're actually going to be typing your answers for this. So, for example, for the first one, I noticed that the hour hand is kind of pointing a little bit off of the 6, but still very close to the 6. So we know that the hour is going to be 6. And then I noticed that the minute hand is pointing on the 2. And remember, to find the minutes, we have to count each number by 5s. So 5, 10. So I know that this clock is showing the time 6:10. So what you can do is you can click on the box here, you can delete the question mark, and then you can actually write the time. So 6:10 would look just like that. Okay? So that's what you do for the rest of these. So again, for an example, this clock here, the hour hand is pointing in between the 8 and 9, so we know that the hour is 8. And then we're going to count the minutes. We're going to count by 5s all the way up to the 8, because that's where the minute hand is. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So in this box, I would write 8:40. Okay? So that's what you would do for this page. And then this last page is kind of a little bit of a mixture of the previous 2 pages. So it says time expressions. Read the clock, drag the boxes at the bottom of the screen on top of the clock. That is another way to say each name. So in other words, you're going to look at each clock first. So I'm going to start with this one over here. And I notice that the hour hand is on the 2. And I notice that the minute hand is on the 1, which means 5 minutes after 2. So this clock is showing 2:05. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down here. I'm going to find a blue box that says 2:05, or it could say 5 minutes after 2. It could say, for other examples, it could say quarter after 5. So this one's a little bit more tricky, and if you need help, you might want to ask like an adult in your house, or you might want to come on to office hours these next 2 days and ask me or Mrs. Amadeo to help you. But again, I'm looking for a blue box that says something along the lines of either 2:05 or 5 after 2. So I'm going to look, and I see 5 before 6, that wouldn't work. 5 after 3, that wouldn't work. 5 after 2. So I finally found the box that says 5 after 2, and that is exactly what this clock is showing. So I'm going to take that 5 after 2 box, I'm going to press the button and hold the button, and I'm going to drag this piece right above that clock, just like that. Okay? And I'll even, so that way you can see it a little bit better for your example, I'll kind of move it down there. So that way you can see kind of how to match those two. Okay, and so that's what's going to be our math lessons for the next 2 days. So all of you are going to get a copy of these slides, and you are going to do exactly the same thing that I did on each page for all of the examples on those pages. Okay, so again, you have today to work on it, and you also have tomorrow before you go onto the math choice boards to complete these activities. So it's just kind of a fun little interactive way for you to continue to learn a little bit about how to tell time. Okay, everybody, so if you need any help with any of this, again, ask somebody in your household who can probably help you, or you can come on to office hours on today and tomorrow, and me and Mrs. Amadeo can help you out with that as well. Okay, so hopefully this video is helpful for you to know what to do. Now I'm going to have you guys go off and do this assignment on your own, and can't wait to see all of the great work. I also can't wait to try out this new kind of assignment. I've never given you an assignment on Google Slides before, or PowerPoint, so I think this is going to be a really cool experience, and we're just going to see how it goes, because who knows, maybe I might give you some more assignments in this kind of fashion further on down the line in our Google Classroom. So so let's see how it works, and hopefully you have fun with it. And like I said, if you need any help, come on to office hours or ask somebody in your house to maybe help you with it. Okay, everybody? Bye. Have fun.